People ask me all the time, what's the number one reason why I can't lose this belly fat? I've tried keto. I've tried fasting. I've cut calories. I've done every diet in the book. Why isn't it working? And every single time I pause and I smile because the answer is not what they expect. It's not that you're weak. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that your metabolism is broken beyond repair. It's not even that you're getting older and your hormones have just given up on you. The real culprit, the hidden villain that keeps your body locked in fat storage mode, is insulin resistance. Now, I want you to picture insulin for a second. Don't think of it as this complicated hormone only doctors talk about. Think of it like the key to your front door. When you eat food, especially carbohydrates and sugar, your body breaks them down into glucose. That glucose wants to get inside your cells because that's where it's used for energy. But the door to your cell is locked. So insulin comes along like a key and it opens the door. Glucose goes in, your cells get energy, and life is good. That's how the system is designed to work. But here's the problem. Imagine you've got a neighbor who knocks on your door once in a while. You're happy to let them in, but now imagine that same neighbor starts knocking every 10 minutes, all day, every day. What happens? You stop answering the door, right? You get annoyed. You pretend you're not home. Well, that's exactly what happens when your body is flooded with insulin all the time. The constant snacking, the constant processed carbs, the hidden sugars and everything, it's like insulin is knocking on your cells' doors nonstop. Eventually, your cells stop responding. They're like, we're done. We're ignoring you. That's insulin resistance. And when your cells resist insulin, guess what happens? The glucose can't get inside, so it stays in your bloodstream. Your pancreas freaks out and says, we need more insulin, and pumps out even more. Now you've got high glucose and high insulin circulating, and instead of burning fat, your body is locked into storing fat. And where does it love to store it? Right around your belly. That's why no matter how many crunches you do, no matter how much cardio you torture yourself with, that stubborn belly fat doesn't budge. Because the issue isn't your exercise routine. It's the hormonal traffic jam caused by insulin resistance. Now let me pause here because I want you to really feel the weight of this. Insulin resistance is not just about vanity. It's not just about losing weight so you look good at the beach. This is the root of metabolic disease. 88% of American adults are metabolically unhealthy, and insulin resistance is the common denominator behind type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, heart disease, dementia, and yes, even cancer. Belly fat isn't just sitting there doing nothing. It's actively producing inflammatory signals that damage your organs. So when I talk about reversing insulin resistance, I'm not just talking about fitting into smaller jeans. I'm talking about reclaiming your health, your energy, and your life. Here's where the story gets interesting. People will say to me, well, can't I just take a medication for that? Can't I just take Ozempic or metformin and fix the problem? And listen, I'm not here to demonize medication. There's a time and a place for everything. But let's be honest, those drugs are band-aids. They might lower your blood sugar temporarily, but they do nothing to heal the root cause. Imagine your house is on fire, and instead of grabbing a hose, someone hands you an air freshener and says, here, spray this. At least the smoke will smell better. That's what medication does when you don't address insulin resistance at its root. It masks symptoms, but doesn't put out the fire. And here's the beautiful truth your body is designed to heal. You can reverse insulin resistance. You can turn the key the right way again. You can shift from being a sugar burner locked into fat storage to becoming a fat burning machine. And when that happens, the belly fat starts melting, your energy comes back, your brain fog clears, and your cravings calm down. And you do it without relying on a drug that leaves you with nasty side effects. So how do we actually fix insulin resistance? Let's make it practical because I don't want this to just be information that goes in one ear and out the other. First, you've got to stop hammering your body with constant insulin spikes. That means rethinking the way you eat. Not just what you eat, but when you eat. One of the most powerful tools is intermittent fasting. Think about it. If insulin resistance comes from constant knocking on the door, then the best way to heal is to stop knocking so much. Fasting gives your body a break. It lets insulin come down. It gives your cells a chance to become sensitive again to reopen those doors. Now, some of you might be thinking, but won't I be starving? No. Because when you fast properly, you're not depriving yourself, you're switching fuel sources. Your body finally gets the chance to tap into the fat it's been storing, and that is an endless source of energy. When insulin is low, your fat burning switch flips on. That's why so many people report feeling more energetic when fasting not less. They're finally running on clean fuel. But it's not just about fasting, it's also about the quality of the food you eat when you do eat. If you break your fast with processed junk, you're just throwing gasoline back on the fire. You've got to nourish your body with real whole foods, protein that stabilizes you, healthy fats that keep you satisfied, vegetables that feed your gut and support your liver. That's the combination that helps insulin sensitivity improve over time. And here's another thing nobody talks about: stress and sleep. You could be eating all the right foods and fasting perfectly, but if you're sleeping 4 hours a night and stressing all day long, your cortisol levels are through the roof. Cortisol works hand in hand with insulin. Chronic stress makes your body insulin resistant, even if you're not eating sugar. That's why lifestyle is so important. Walking in nature, deep breathing, meditation, quality sleep. These aren't luxuries. They're medicine. They're insulin healing medicine. Now, let me share a quick story because I think it'll hit home. I was talking with a gentleman recently who had been struggling with his weight for years. He was on 3 different medications. His doctor kept telling him, just eat less and move more. But nothing worked. He was so frustrated he was ready to give up. We sat down and I explained insulin resistance to him. He had never even heard of it. We made a plan, cut back the snacking, start with a 16-hour fasting window, swap his processed breakfast for some eggs and avocado, add a 20-minute walk after dinner. Simple steps, nothing extreme. Within 2 weeks, he called me. His energy was through the roof. Within a month, he had dropped 12 pounds, and for the first time in years, he felt in control. That's the power of addressing insulin resistance. And I want you to think about your own life right now. Where is insulin resistance showing up for you? Maybe it's the belly fat that won't go away. Maybe it's the brain fog. Maybe it's that afternoon crash when you need coffee or sugar just to get through the day. Maybe it's the fact that you wake up tired even though you slept all night. All of these are signs your cells are ignoring insulin. But the good news is, the moment you start lowering insulin and giving your body a break, healing begins. Let me make something clear. This isn't about perfection. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to get it all right starting tomorrow. This is about progress. It's about awareness. Once you understand the game, you can play it differently. You can stop blaming yourself. You can stop thinking you're broken. You're not broken. You're just insulin resistant, and resistance can be reversed. So let me bring this full circle. Everybody's chasing the magic pill right now. Everybody wants that quick fix, that injection, that drug that promises fast weight loss. But here's the truth: there is something better than Ozempic. Better because it doesn't just melt fat, it heals the very system that was broken in the first place. Better because it gives you back your energy, your focus, your confidence. Better because it doesn't come with a list of side effects as long as your arm. And that better solution is addressing insulin resistance. Learning how to lower insulin, how to eat and fast in a way that works with your body instead of against it. And when you do that, you're not just losing belly fat faster. You're buying back years of your life. You're preventing disease. You're showing up in the world with vitality. That, my friends, is the ultimate win. So the choice is yours. You can keep chasing shortcuts, or you can heal from the inside out. If you're ready to finally see your body do what it was designed to do, start here. Heal your insulin resistance. Give your body the chance to burn fat the way it was always meant to. That's better than Ozempic. That's your path to lasting results.